This is my daily update for my build and public log. It's March 15th, 2025. I'm really sick right now. Well, not really sick, but I'm sick. I have a cold, runny nose, congested, the whole, 9 yards. So I didn't do too much work today. I worked a teeny bit last night, but I'm sick. I'm at home resting. I was supposed to go out of town, do a bunch of stuff with family, go explore, go see some nature, animals, and I'm sick. I'm sitting at home instead by myself because I'm sick with a cold. I did do something I want to talk about, which is pretty interesting to me. So I'm trying to build a business. I have like a SaaS product. I'm building an AI agent API service where there's like actually really tested, really functional AI agents that you call programmatically. You just drop a few lines of code into your product or project, and you call this thing and you get a response. That's one product I'm trying to build. I also want to build like true replacement for a virtual assistant, but with AI. That's a long-term goal. That's kind of a side thing. My main focus is the AI agent service. In 2025, the only way to be successful really with any business, it's not only like a SaaS product. You have to have leverage. You have to use, unfortunately, the tools that are available: YouTube Shorts, TikTok, social media. I mean, you just have to, because if you're not, if you don't have a lot of money to run ads, to do, like a sales team, you have to do guerrilla marketing. You got to use leverage. And as much as I don't like social media, I barely use social media at all. Like, seriously, especially now. It's kind of a necessary evil. So I've been doing a lot of experiments lately, trying to go viral. Okay. And I've tried and tried Twitter, X. I swear, it's like the algorithm has like said, fuck this guy, like he's useless, don't ever show his tweets like to anyone. I get zero engagement. I'll get like one like, one comment, very rarely. I look at the analytics, and no matter what I post, like 5 or 10 people will see it. Unless the only thing that gets me views, which I've had tens of thousands of views, is replying to someone. And I've had famous people, billionaires, reply. Because I don't use AI. I hate people who reply with AI. Nothing's worse than the AI stupid replies that are obviously a ChatGPT reply. And I'll when I do reply, it'll be like shit talking, like a funny thing, or I'm like legitimately talking to somebody. And I've gotten, like I said, tens of thousands. Like I think one time, over 10,000 views from a reply. But that's not good enough. I want to go viral because because as soon as my AI, agent service is up and running, and like I actually have a few users, and like I feel like I could scale, I want to go big with marketing. Like I'm going to do all sorts of guerrilla marketing. You got to. I'm trying to be successful. I want to make money. I don't want to keep doing freelance work forever. I don't want to go back and get a full-time job. I gotta fucking hustle here. So I've been really strategically like posting a lot on Threads because that's the only place I seem to have any reach. The algorithm will show my stuff. So I said my last video, I shared a crazy story how this guy came up to the door and like threatened to beat me up. He was like obviously crazy or on drugs or something. There was a mix up. They delivered my Chipotle order just from Uber Eats. They delivered I think they delivered my order to him. I don't know. I don't know where my order went, but I got this guy's order instead. So like someone dropped it off in front of the door and, walked away. I thought it was my order. I ordered Chipotle. So I went out there, took it to the kitchen, opened it up, and it wasn't mine. And it was like clearly, had someone else's name on it, and it was somebody else's order. Well, the delivery driver gave him my address and said, go deal with him. So this crazy guy comes to the door, demands his food. He's really rude. He's like super aggressive. And I just gave it to him just to get him out of there and shut him up. And the guy accused me of stealing some of his order, and he threatened to beat me up. And he threatened me. He said, "I know where you live. I have your address. I'm going to come back and get you." And like a crazy lunatic guy. So I purposely shared this post, sharing what it is. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie, guys. I strategically tried to write it in a way that is controversial, that will get views. And I've had almost 1 million views on this one post. It's fucking crazy. Look at this. Almost 3,000 people have liked it. 700 comments. 5 people shared it. 15 retweets. Now, I'm very torn about this because I've been trying to figure out, okay, how can I go viral? Like, what can, like, you know, I want to not be controversial because I hate, why don't, sorry, I'm so sick, my nose is running. Why don't I like social media? Because it's become all about engagement. And you got to be very clickbaity. You got to be very controversial. You got to be very negative. The negative shit works the best, I've seen. I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. That's why I don't use social media. It's a bunch of crap, in my opinion. It's a lot of negativity. It's a lot of, over the top nonsense and, cute girls like in bikinis and BS. So I'm very torn because I don't want to play that game. But what do? I'm like just a solo entrepreneur who's trying to build this thing. I need reach and I need to learn how to get a lot of eyeballs. As I said, a lot of experiments, and I posted this very intentionally to see if I could get engagement. Because you gotta play don't hate the player, hate the game, and it fucking worked. I got like this. This is still climbing. Probably by the time this burns out, it'll be 1 million views. It's fucking crazy, 1 million views. And the shocking thing is, Uber Eats finally responded to me because I told them what happened. I reported this guy. I said, "Look, I'm pissed. This driver gave some lunatic guy my address. What the hell? This is really sketchy. What if I was a girl? What if I was like a young girl and this crazy guy came and he, went into the house? God, this is so sketchy. So I'm like legitimately pissed off at Uber Eats. What did they give me? Just my order refunded. That's it. And I here's a refund. Fuck off. It's pretty shocking. So that's how to not do customer service, by the way. So this worked. So what did I learn? I learned that keeping it vague, keeping it like kind of confusing and vague, because I shared the story, but I left like I can only share so much because the Max character, but I kept it kind of vague and confusing. Like, well, like, was this just somebody's random delivery that did he order something too? Like, so keeping it vague seemed to work. I mentioned people wonder why I don't want to live in the U.S. Made it kind of political, about like the social political stuff going on. Told a crazy, story. I think that's what got all this engagement. I mentioned the big company. People don't like the big corporations. Uber is not a very popular company. And I don't know. So maybe it's a combination. Maybe it's just random luck. But I've been experimenting a lot the last couple months. Like maybe 1 to 3 times a week, I've been posting. Another one got like 20,000 views. Well, like 1 million is crazy. It all seems like it's negative bullshit that gets engagement. And I'm so torn, like I said, because I don't want to do that. And it's like, okay, fine, I'm talking about, a crazy story about, people being mentally ill, the United States, blah, 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 blah. That's cool. Like, fine, you get engagement. But how can I do this, but like talk about AI, talk about technology, talk about problems that I could solve with my service? I need to like figure that out for exactly what I'm trying to offer, like what problems I'm trying to solve. So that's a big question in my mind. Like, how do I replicate this, but like also get traffic and engagement to what I'm trying to do? Because I don't think anybody followed me from this. No one followed. I think that the best content for a business is not like something random like this and you're trying to sell an AI service. Like that, I don't think that's going to work, is what I'm getting at. I think it needs to be like content is like a very clear, like point A to point B, the service. You know what I mean? Like, for example, let's say I said, um, God, I tried, ChatGPT, OpenAI's new agent framework. God, it sucked. Like, why did they rush this thing out? This is so crap. Yeah, this is just an example. Uh, I think it should be done like XYZ instead. That's why I built it this way in my API service. No links or anything, but like very like negative, attack a big company, keep it slightly vague. But then they could click on your name and see like I'm building an AI agent API service. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure out like how to just get a bunch of views. I know it's kind of fucked up. Uh, but everybody does this, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, well, what do you think all companies do? All these entrepreneurs that have a lot of views and engagement and stuff, that's what they're doing. They're purposely doing it too. Um, so yeah, I need to figure out how to do that, get the results, like but like in a way that leads to that makes sense to the business. And I really truly don't want to be negative and inflammatory like this. I truly deep down think social media has been a net negative for society. I really mean that. I'm doing YouTube like while you're watching this because I feel like it's the lesser evil of all of them. I truly do. 'Cause there's so much educational, cool content that's high quality that you can learn. Like people try to share their knowledge. I really think YouTube is like the best out of all those like social media platforms. I don't know. I'm very torn. Yeah, this test was a success. I finally had something go viral, get a million views, a lot of engagement. But like, is that making the world better? No. And I truly did share a story like that really happened. Like unfortunately, this really did happen. I've been kind of freaked out the last 2 days. Every car that pulls up, I'm like, oh my god, is this lunatic guy again? Um, and it truly is disturbing how crazy people are. And I actually don't want to live in the U.S. I'm actually gonna try to move back to London like permanently. But that's nothing to do with this because my girlfriend lives there. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Please, in the comments, what are your thoughts on this all? How can I do this in a positive way without like being a negative, without being negative, without bringing the world down just like another slight notch? I hope it's possible. I'm worried that it's no longer possible to do the social media thing, just sharing knowledge. It feels like you have to be outrageous and clickbaity and just like all this crap like that I despise and why I don't frankly use social media. Anyways, moving on. No questions or comments for today. I would love some comments about what you think about going viral. Um, so for my random story for today, I'm gonna again talk about going viral. That's kind of what we tried to do a little bit with the business I had in the past. We built a big audience, like I talked about in a previous video. I had a random niche business where we grew an audience from 0 to 50,000 plus people. And one time we had something go viral. We wrote just, again, little experiment, just threw something out. We wrote a blog article about PETA. I didn't write it, the business partner did. It was just a random quick thing. This thing went crazy viral. Like millions of people came and viewed this thing. There was tons of engagement in the community and outside the community. And this was years ago now, maybe like 8 years ago or something. And just seeing this, like, seeing the analytics data, it was like flat and then this massive spike, killed, kind of almost ruined the data, like looking at it because it made all the averages go crazy. And that was when I realized, like years ago, like, holy shit, the power of the internet, the power of going viral, the power of like just how many eyeballs we got, a bunch of customers from it. That actually led to some customers. And it just made me realize like the power and scope of like the internet, like how fast you could just have millions of people come to your site and know about your brand and know about your product. And that was very eye opening, that experience. And that's what made me, always keep this in the back of my head. That's why I do all these little experiments. Hell, this YouTube channel is truthfully an experiment. I set myself the goal to do 1,000 episodes and to be fully bootstrapped, fully profitable by the 1,000th episode. Like, and it's an experiment. Okay, let me do this for 1,000 days and just see what happens. Anyways, a lot to chew on. That's the extent of what I worked on for the business. I'm taking. There's not going to be a video tomorrow. I'm taking the weekend off. I'm obviously sick. I'm obviously overworked, and I just I'm just gonna rest all weekend. Good lessons. Very interesting to see what works. I want to do better. I want to go viral without the trash. So, all right, that's all I got for today. See you on Monday.